it's time for some more fan mail on this Labor Day. First one up from Molly R. Who's your favorite comedian you had when you were growing up? Judge.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Ooh, that's a good one. Excellent.
Yep. He got no respect.
Yeah. Jessica? Don't choke.
Complicated, but Bill Cosby.
That's interesting. At least you're brave enough to admit that.
Yeah, it's
Are we on
complicated.
TV?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I loved The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the funniest thing, and it was another city family. And
Did you watch him before he went to sleep? Jesse.
Eddie Murphy, Raw, Eddie Murphy, Delirious. In the 80s, he wore all leather, and then he cursed a lot. And for me,
that
in
was
the
cool.
80s, that was really funny.
Cool.
Yeah. Did you ever wear all leather, Jesse?
I wore it to your house.
No, that's right.
How could you forget?
Those were the days. Dana?
Jesse and I are the same.
Eddie
My
Murphy?
sister and I watched Raw 100,000 times on the VCR.
Wow, that's where you get your language.
Yeah.
Wow.
My parents had no idea.
I would say Don Rickles or Jonathan Winters.
You're old.
Now, I am old, but those guys were great. What skill, this is from Jerry D., what skill do you wish you had learned but never did? Let's go this way, Dana.
I wish I had learned to play tennis as a kid because learning as an adult is terrible. I am awful.
Learning anything as adult is terrible.
So,
Except learning to love, Jesse.
Still working on that.
I know. We'll
Just kidding. I'm a bundle of love. I wish I knew how to play the guitar. My parents made me play the flute, and that's not really something you can really.
that's not very manly, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Kind of like a straw.
Yeah, it is. It's the straw of instruments.
It really blows. Ironically. Jessica?
I wish that I had stuck with the piano.
Yeah.
I quit at like 7 or something like that.
Well, did you really ever start if you quit at
I
7?
started at 4.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
real commitment. For a moment.
Piano lessons are hard.
I know, but it'd be so cool if I could play the piano now.
Yeah, that would be cool. But
Just
you
get a
can't.
piano that plays itself. That's
There
easy.
you go.
Cheating.
Yes. Judge.
I wish that I had learned how to sing. I'm tone deaf. I always wanted to just get up on stage and belt one out, but I'm tone deaf.
Yeah, we wish you could carry a tune too.
Let's go to karaoke one night. I gotta hear it.
The 5
That'd be
karaoke,
fun.
that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that would be a good idea.
I wish I'd learned to be selfish.
Oh, you are such a giving person.
I really am. I can't stop giving, as a matter of fact. And I'm going to give you another question from, who cares? What was your favorite children's TV show?
Oh, God.
Jessica. And you can't say The Cosby Show.
Care Bears.
Care Bears.
I loved the Care Bears. Why are they getting...
I think Care Bears. I think that was my sisters, and I thought they were so dumb.
Yeah, weren't they stupid?
Yeah.
Stupid kids watch the Care Bears. We called them the Slow Bears at school.
That's me
Special
and Tammy
bears.
and Andy.
They were special bears.
Jesse?
Smurfs.
Smurfs?
He-Man. That was one of them.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Power Rangers? Were they right?
Yeah, Power Rangers in the 90s when I was 4, Jessica. Yes.
Yeah.
They're all
Power
criminals now,
Rangers.
right? Aren't all the Power Rangers criminals?
Yeah, that and Bill Cosby.
Yes.
The Flintstones.
The
Have Moses and all that.
I love Flintstones, Jetsons, but I loved all the TV. I
Yeah.
would take all of it. Gilligan's Island. Was that a kid show? Gilligan's Island?
No, it was just on syndication,
show.
repeats after school at 3 p.m.
Leave It to Beaver.
You missed
I
those
loved
days.
all of those.
I'm going to go with HR Puffin stuff, right? Sid and Marty Krofft, people at home were going, yes. Do you remember those, they were big, giant, puffy things?
Yeah.
They did Sigmund and the Sea Monster.
You've talked about them before.
I have. I talk about a lot of things. I have problems. Okay, this is from Ryan S. How often did you attend parties in high school, and what festivities took place? Jesse, were you ever invited to parties?
No, I wasn't, Greg. But I wish I hadn't partaken in so much festivity, and it's one of my biggest regrets. I might actually be a little smarter if I had. And I need all the help I can get.
Yeah, that's a low bar to start with. Jessica.
I would go pretty regularly in high school, but I wasn't good at the festivities stuff. I was just kind of like...
You just
the
sold it out of your
narc
locker.
one on. Yes, I was a drug dealer with my trapper keeper.
Dana, did you go to any keggers out at the beach?
Well, because we lived
bonfires?
out in the countryside, so that was in the Gulch.
Well, you went
I
out
was
to
in
the gulch.
But I was on the speech team.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the
So-
speech team parties, wow.
No. The speech team
usually
didn't
those
have
kids.
parties, but the speech team had very early mornings on Saturdays with that. So and then you got home late, so I didn't always go. But I would go, and then I remember when I got up the courage to ask my dad if I could have a half-hour later curfew because I had a car, I could drive, and I was trying to like get, and I worked myself up. I worked myself into. All I wanted to go was from 11 to 11:30. That's all I wanted. Finally, I got up the courage, and I asked my dad. He goes, "Yeah, sure." So just ask.
Just ask. Half an hour curfew. Judge, that was a great story.
Yeah, it was a great story. I was fascinated. Okay, so you got to remember, I grew up in Elmira, New York.
Yes.
Okay, and I went to Notre Dame High School, and the only thing that went on was usually there'd be a dance. But I dated a guy from another high school, so I could go to our dances, and then his dances, and then his football games, and all that. So I was pretty busy.
We didn't do much when at Sarah High School. It's an all-guys school. We would just go kind of out to the woods.
Yeah.
We'd wear these masks, right? And we would usually kind of dance in a circle around a big flaming bonfire.
And someone would randomly die, but you wouldn't know how
there
it
would be some
happened.
kind of odd sacrifice. But I don't know if they still do that at Sarah High School in San Mateo. Be worth checking out if you're an investigative reporter.
Did Tom Brady ever go to those?
No comment. You want to know why he was the world's greatest football player? That. Sacrifices.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.